Hello, hello, hello. JoeHart here. I'm live. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing live. I'm back from Idaho. I'm in Vermont. My previous life, motorsports, NASCAR, is at least NASCAR is starting up today. The preseason starts today. The um, the Clash at the Coliseum that's starting up, and so anyway, I'm trying to do a bunch of things today. I'm trying to do a TikTok, a Twitter live, and a stream yards to just talk about 2023 is here. I'm back from Idaho. I'm recovering from that. Sifa, oh my God, hi stranger, hi Sifa. I expected to stream and get out of here. Hi, bud. How are you? Yeah, uh, I'll tell Liza you're on. Well, thank you very much. I didn't let anybody know. I usually let her and you and I guess um, uh, Lady V used to be on my round too, but I finally got in touch with B, and so I anyway. I'm thank you for letting her know. Maybe I'll go ahead and let's see here. So yeah, I let B know. Um, anyway, I just want to do a really quick stream. I just wanted to just say, oh, thank you, Sifa. Thank you. And I don't expect people to. This is still a very uncomfortable world for me. I don't expect people to jump and be available when I don't give notice and stuff. And I don't assume people are available and stuff when I do give notice, but certainly when I don't give notice. So thank you for letting her know. And it'd be great if I see her, but I don't, like I said, I don't. Anyway, as you all probably know, my life, you've been very missed. Well, thanks, Sif. I appreciate that. I'm B server. Hey, did you get my message? I am so sorry I didn't let you know, B. I'm hoping to do a quick stream right now and then a longer stream later today. And I don't know what I want to stream about. I don't know what I'm gonna stream about. Um my life, and it's great seeing you, B. Thank you. That I'm glad we were able to finally connect because I'm not good at YouTube comments, but then when sporadically, Liza, thank you for coming. I didn't give any of y'all notice. Thank you, Sifa. Yes, I got I just sent it. I wanted to sneak on and sneak off, but Sifa said he was gonna let Liza know, and so I said, "Well, I'll let B know." And so we're all three here. It's good to see y'all. It's good to see you. And there's four. Wow, there's a fourth person. Who's that? Hello, viewer. Five. Oh my goodness. Is that all of your friends, Sifa? That's growing pretty quick. Anyway, I don't know what I want to stream about right now. You can't sneak with can't sneak with me around. I missed you all. Yeah, B, I'm glad you all are here. I'm glad you all are here. I don't know what I want to stream about now. I don't know what I'm going to stream about now. I don't know what I want to stream about later today. I don't know what I'm going to stream about later today. But my life in particular, I have challenges in life. I just have challenges in life, and it's strange to have three people that have such a dynamic, and there's four people here, but the viewer, hello, and the three people here, I often say that when I get a hangnail, I think I have to amputate my, I think I need to, I think I have cancer when I have a hangnail. And when I get a paper cut, I think I'm dying. So I have very low tolerance, very low tolerance for pain and blah, 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 blah. And like I said, you three, and most of my viewers are, rock stars. They have tolerated and accepted, and they just do life, and I'm not really good at doing life. I'm not before I got sober, I mean, I could talk forever, but as y'all probably know, I have an ulcer. I have an ulcer conditions or stuff like that, and I probably had an ulcer since I was 5. I didn't really know what hunger was. I just knew what pain was. I was not full. I'm the youngest of 9, and we didn't have a bunch of food. So I wasn't full, but I was non-hungry or non-painful, and then painful. That's all. I never knew what hunger meant. I never knew what hunger felt like. It was just always pain. So, and then I started using alcohol and other drugs. And then I got sober when I was 25. And I think I tolerated stuff when I was drinking and drugging, of course. And then when I got sober, that disappeared. And that's in 1986. I mean, I know people don't like this term, but it's me. I'm a victim. I am a victim. That's what I am. I'm a victim. I'm not going to candy coat that. I'm not going to change that. I'm not going to say, no, you're a rock star, or you're a trooper, or I'm not. I'm a victim. That's what I am. And, when I got sober and when I'm a former drug addict, so I completely understand. Oh, well, Sifa, I'm glad former. Congratulations on that for sure. But yeah, I just don't put up with stuff. I don't, and it's just weird. It's just strange that I think I can do all this stuff. And then Nightbot. Hey, Nightbot, you trying to get me to Idaho? Maybe that's for June. Maybe I can change all those to June. I don't, as y'all can probably guess what I'm trying to say. I will probably be transitioning away. I'm guessing. I don't know, but I'm guessing I'm going to be transitioning away from crime sleuthing and live streaming. And I don't, last year with motorsports sucked, as most of my life does. It usually does. I put myself in these situations that aren't going to go well, and then guess what? They don't go well. And then I get, just like going out to Idaho. I go out to Idaho and it's going to be 10 degrees and I have no money. I'm sleeping in my car. I can barely get a hot meal. And then I think that's going to go successfully. I mean, why would I am here for whatever you decide. Well, thank you, B server. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. And now I'm not good at decision making. So usually when I make a decision, like I'll be like 50-50 and 49-51 and blah, 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 blah. And then when I decide, when I go with the 51%, I drag my ass through the other 49%. I don't commit myself to the whole 51%. I just drag my ass to it. So it could be a long, painful death of me not streaming or not streaming often or not doing, if the next court date was 2 weeks from now, I could probably get pretty, and I don't want to use the word excited, but I guess I'll use the word excited. I might start getting excited again about Idaho. And but it just sucked. It was, again, like I said, I put myself in these situations. I mean, I go to these NASCAR races and I'm around billionaires and millionaires and billionaires and millionaires, and all they have is money. And I have been talking to them for 12 years, and I've gotten it sometime. I've gotten a I want to be an advocate. I want to advocate for invisible disabilities, mostly self advocacy, but I want to get a booth and I want to build awareness, and I want to, self destructive choices are what us victims do. I don't mean to laugh. That's sad. That's what I do. God, Sifa, can you read my mind? Let me see here. So let me, I laugh when I'm nervous and stuff. Y'all know that. Sifa, self-destructive choices are what us victims do, whether it's intentional or not. We are used to the negative, but I will support you in whatever direction you choose to go. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I mean, that's kind of like what it is. I mean, I'm never going to get a job. I mean, there's like a 3% chance I would get a job. There is no chance I'm going to get a job, but there are slivers of life where I would be willing to try to get a job. And I've tried, I've probably for 8 years now, I have said one of the exceptions for me to get a job is Formula E. E is for electric, Formula E instead of Formula One. That's one exception of me getting a job. I'd be willing to do it. I could probably do it. Now, the problem with that, and the problem with Formula One, which later I added that as to the list, is they're international. So the only way I can successfully get a job probably is if I get a job in the United States, because I need the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 to support me to get a job, because I need it. I'm a victim, so I need ADA accommodations for me to have equal accessibility to everything. And I would push it, as I always do. From the first day I officially became disabled, which was May 27th, 2011. That's when I was notified by SSA, Social Security Administration, that I was disabled by their definition. Now, by that definition, I think I was disabled when I was 5 years old, but they backdated it to, you can't go back more than a year. So they went back about a year and a half, and they said that, so anyway, Formula E is international. They're based out of London and blah, 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 and other places. And then Formula One is international, based out of London and other places. And every country has their version of the ADA, and some countries are probably better than the United States. But that would be a lot of finagling and stuff. So anyway, I mean, I don't think I'll ever get a job. From April 20, I mean, I got together with my doctors and they were testing me, and they said, "What's your goal? What do you want?" So I told them what I wanted, and they got it. They successfully got the goal that I wanted them to get. And we never really think through how a decision will harm us. Amen. Like going to Idaho. What the fuck is wrong with me? Where did I come up with that decision? Where the fuck did I get that decision from? God damn it. I'm pissed at myself, but it was a stupid decision. You're right. Sorry, I'm not upset at your comment. I'm upset at what it triggers here. So we never really think through how a decision will harm us. I think part of it is the self-loathing. Yep. And not caring if we get hurt. Yeah, man. And partly thinking we deserve it. Rewiring your brain is so hard. You were really brave to do it, though. Thanks, If. I thank you. Thank you. God, I might start crying. But no, I mean, it unfinished. What are you doing? What's this chatbot doing? So what's that? That's y'all can't see that. So that's Twitch. So Twitch just sent me a bot, I think, from Twitch. Dodgy hype. Tree Baby Tennessee, boy, am I off the rails today. I'm talking about how horrible everything is. But B Server, I agree with Sifa. I would be too scared to drive that far by myself. Well, thanks, B Server. I mean, it was a cool thing to do. It was a cool thing to do. But I knew it was going to be set up for disaster. I mean, I didn't have the money. and I needed $800 worth of gas, and I didn't really even get that, you know. So I mean, it was crazy. So Tree Baby Tennessee, good to see you are okay. I was wondering, I thought maybe you shouldn't, but you if only I had those other people part of my brain saying, no, don't, Joe. And I mean, everybody knows. I mean, you can't tell an addict, alcoholic what to do. You know, you tell them to don't jump off the bridge and they're going to jump off the bridge. So, I mean, no one can really tell me what to do. And I'm going to just do what I do, you know? So, but anyway, yeah, good to see you're okay. I was wondering, I thought maybe you shouldn't, but you only live once. Yeah, that was fuck. But I mean, I think I needed to anyway. This was going to be a quick stream. It's already 15 minutes. I appreciate all of y'all being here. I think I am transitioning away from crime sleuthing. It's I think I'm too sensitive, or I don't know what the situation is. I mean, you know, every situation that I have had in YouTube Live with crime sleuthing has ended not exceptionally well. And it's odd. You know, being a victim, so good to see you. Are you talking about me? Liza, it's good to see you too. Impulsive is another self-destructive behavior we have in common. Oh man, Sifa. Yeah, people are brutal. And you know, and and again, when I became disabled, April 27, 2011, I stood, you know, people are like, you know, I'd be like, hey, I'm disabled. And people are like, oh, golly, I'm sorry to hear about that. And I'm like, you know, that was the second greatest day of my life. I said the greatest day of my life was when my daughter was born. My second greatest day of my life was when I was told I was finally validated. I was acknowledged that I had what I knew what I had. People thought I was lazy and unfocused and a poor student and really smart, but couldn't do well in school and all that stuff. And I'm like, no, people, you've got it wrong. Plus, I'm a victim. So they're like, whoa, we know we have him right. And they didn't. But anyway, when April 27, 2011 happened, I got on the highest mountain and I said, you know, I said, I am disabled and I am JoeHart, and those are interchangeable. I am JoeHart and I am a person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. And there is no, whatever it's called, there's no sunshine between those two. They're the exact same thing. So, you know, they're the exact same thing. And so they say you're crazy until you can shove the papers in their face. They say you're crazy until you can shove the papers in their face. Thanks, Liza. So B server, true crime can be draining also. I'm definitely felt drained since the Idaho case started because it gripped me so hard for some reason. Yeah, I mean, it demolished me. I mean, I was standing in front of that fucking house. And this happens in motorsports. Like tonight I'm going to watch the NASCAR, the preseason race tonight. I'm going to watch the Clash, which this is not about NASCAR. Please, no one pursue NASCAR because I'm talking about NASCAR. It has nothing to do with NASCAR. But I'll watch that race and I will know every single driver and every single crew chief and every single sponsor and every single owner. But I'll be disconnected. I won't. I'm watching a NASCAR race. And then when I go to the races and I get into the garage and I'm around everyone and I'm talking to everyone, I go, but this isn't what's on TV. This is not what's on TV. This isn't. And I really meant that there was a huge disconnect. Not that I was so cool and that, well, I'm in the garage. A literal disconnect. It was a literal disconnect. And that's what happened. And that's what happened when I was in front of that house. I was in front of that house saying, I have seen hundreds of hours of videos about that house. And I am now standing 20 feet away from it. That's not the same place. It's not the same place. And so I'd walk all the way around the house and look in the back you know, my car got stuck there. So I was there a little extra. Same here. I can only say some. Yeah. So, and then I walked all the way around again, you know, and I was like, that's not the house. That is not the house. That is not the house where this happened. So, but there can't be such a disconnect. So, Joe, you can talk about any subject you want to. Thank you. And Eliza, I like that you openly talk about your disabilities. I cannot talk about mine. It is just difficult. And as I was saying earlier, I'm a victim. Many of my viewers are not. You all tolerate it. You all put up with it. You all do this. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to put up with that. That sucked. That sucked being in a code car with a code cat. The cat was fine, but the cat was fine. But but it's okay. I mean, I'll talk for other people. I'll talk forever about my disabilities. That's my favorite topic. That's, like I said, probably my first 5 or 10 streams is if I said I wore one hat, which I do not, but if I said I wore one hat, it's being an advocate. And I'm a victim and I'm selfish and I only care about me. So primarily I want to be a self-advocate, but I will advocate for anybody. Since April 27, 2011, dozens of people have asked me for help and I've helped. I was a therapeutic foster parent. I was a substitute teacher. I knew how IEPs worked. I knew how to get I knew how to get stuff for kids and I would help. And I was those two things at the same time. So I was a therapeutic foster parent and a substitute teacher. And I also often had the exact same people. I would drive to school with a kid and then some time during the day, that kid would be in my class, I would be in his class, and then we would drive home. So it was and when I walked into IEP meetings, they'd be like, what hat are you working? And I'm like, not a fucking substitute teacher. I'm here for the kid. I'm here as a therapeutic foster parent. And they hated me. I maximized the expenses. I got everything that kid needed to get. And the parent was terrified and the parent didn't really want to do it. And you're like, here, Joe, help us. And I'm not, so, I'm not, anyway, I'm not saying that I'm a superstar. It's just, that's what I like to do. That's what I'm good at. NASCAR, what the fuck? Why did I have to take the richest assholes in the world that could give a shit about invisible disabilities? They want to know how they can make more money on this stuff. And I'd be like, your race is in 4 days. You've had months to sell this space. The space is not sold. Give it to me. Give it to me for my booth. I'll set it up. You can't sell it anymore. 4 days until the race. You can't sell it. Give it to me. So they would. Sometimes they would. And then I'd set it up and I'd have toll-free numbers and I'd have DVDs and, and I'm like, I am not going to sell a thing. They're like, oh, you're going to make t-shirts? And I'm like, I'm not going to sell a poop. I am not going to sell anything, and they're like, okay. I want sponsors. I want partners, same here. I can only say some, yes. And then, yes, it always different on screen versus reality, but do you think everybody feels that disconnect? I mean, like I see people go to this Super Bowl and the camera's on their face and they're saying, holy shit, I can't believe I'm here. But they see the TV cameras, they see the big screen TV, they know where they're at. They put that together. People that are at the Super Bowl, they put those two things together. Those are real. That big screen TV, and it shows them, they won a contest or whatever, they won tickets, and so they're on the big screen. But they connect that. I completely disconnect. I'm like, God, what the fuck? Why am I sitting right next to Jeff Gordon? How am I asking him permission to have an interview with him? What is that? How did that happen? Again, not that I'm super cool, but it's just, that disconnect is so, and then, yep, Sifa. And then Sifa, maybe you could do videos on awareness of your disabilities. And, as y'all can tell, y'all, if we all had a pop quiz and we're like, what do you think Joe's 5 biggest challenges in life are? You all could probably pretty accurately guess, that I'm distracted. Look, squirrel, I'm distracted and all that stuff. So, I mean, it could be that, I don't know what they're called, Sifa. You said you made videos, and I guess there's recorded videos I can do, which I do live and not live. I mean, I just do live, but anyway, I can get distracted because of your comments and, oh, wow, that's a cool comment. And I want to highlight that and stuff. And then I'd get off topic. And then 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh yeah, I was talking about the awareness of your disabilities, so, and I mean, it is kind of, I mean, a lot of the stuff in my life is, I think I'm terminally unique. That's an addict, alcoholic interpretation of life. They say I am terminally unique, And you can go to AA meetings and you can be around a couple alkies or a dozens or hundreds or thousands, or you can go to those world conferences and, there's tens of thousands of people there, but you still think you're pretty unique. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I can connect. I mean, that's what I've been doing for 8 or 10 or 12 years with live streaming, is I connect. And I never have grown too big, but I mean, there were some snippets, Meerkat. I'm sure I told you about Meerkat. That was, I think the first live streamer was Periscope. I think they started like 3 weeks before Meerkat, but they didn't go very far, and Meerkat went everywhere. And anyway, it was a small world, but it exploded. And they had this instantaneous, they had rankings for everything, the top 10, stars, and top 10, like stars, where you collect stars, not that you're a star, but they have these different things. And they had this instantaneous most watched video for that instantaneous moment, not for the minute, not for the 2 minutes, for that instant. And I was the most watched thing in the entire world, which is just Meerkat world, but it was the global world. I was the most watched thing in the global world for Meerkat, and it was instantaneous. I didn't capture it for 5 minutes. I didn't capture it for 2 hours. I did 24-hour streams on Meerkat. So anyway, I know I can engage. Things can happen, but anyway, y'all probably got some great ideas and stuff. And B server, I'm super disabled, so I'm all for it. Well, thank you. And Sifa, oh, I had an IEP. Yes, I was. They hated seeing me walk into the room. They hated me. And I could care less about the money. I mean, I could care about the money. I mean, theoretically, I'm a tax-paying, I'm not, but theoretically, I'm a taxpayer. So I do care about, we moved from, my daughter was 2 years old in Illinois, and my wife and I were already separated. I think we might have been divorced, maybe not, maybe just separated. And she said, would you be willing to move from 2 houses in Illinois to 2 houses in Vermont to raise our child? And I went, sure, I've got nothing better to do. So we moved. And then I went to Vermont. And Vermont's, smaller than Illinois, even though we were in a very small town in Illinois. And well, they lived in an even smaller town and a smaller school district. So they had one child in their school district was on an IEP, one child. And that one child was about 12 to 15% of their budget, and was, less than 0.1% of the student population. So when people were voting on an IEP, they were voting on that one child. That's horrendous. That child, she wasn't, at the time, she wasn't, you can't be really aware of that when you're 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 years old. But after a while, you probably kind of get it. But those parents, when they're voting on something, that was just horrendous. But Anyway, I could affect their budget, but big time. So anyway, it was just bizarre that, I did all that. And so I love your passion for persons with disabilities. Thanks. Sif, I think those who have experienced the pain of life can see the disconnect. I think those who have experienced the pain of life can see the disconnect. It's weird. I mean, the whole thing. And, I think I told y'all, like, I want to be, I tell some unnamed person that begins with an L that I want it to be incredibly filthy rich. And I want to do that immediately. And I want to have buckets of money. And I want to give it all to my daughter and to my ex-wife and my siblings and myself, of course. But I want to be filthy, filthy rich. And so it's, God, Jesus, what was I talking about? I think those who have experienced the pain of life can see the disconnect. It's just, it was something about the disconnect, because that really has a huge, it just has anyway, so this whole Idaho trip. Oh, okay. So, I want to be rich and famous. And so I'm always, I'm streaming the 6 streams right now. And, I want to do all these things. Thank you, everybody. Facebook and Twitch and Twitter and YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook 1 and Facebook 2. Thank you for being out there. I appreciate it. And so, when I left on this Idaho trip, and, I guess I realized that it was going to take 2, 3, 4, 5 days. I couldn't instantly just show up there. I wrote to the Facebook group. And when I first started getting involved with the Idaho 4, there was really one main Facebook group that gave a shit about anything, that had a lot of information. And that was the one. That was the one that I joined and I got most of my information from. Now, over time, there became a 5th one and a 12th one and a 20th one. And there's all these other groups, but none of them are ever as good as that first one. So when I left, I wrote, "Hi, I'm going to Idaho," and blah, 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 blah. Well, as you can tell, when there's, 379,000 members, all you need is 10 to be assholes. And then you think the whole world's are assholes, which I don't usually mind too much. So I just said, yeah, B server, super disabled. She gets a super award. B, you get a super award. I like that. So anyway, I wrote this thing, and you hear about people post something and then they're off the grid for 2 or 3 days and then they come back and it's viral. Well, that kind of happened to my post on Facebook, but it was all negative. They're like, "Get the fuck out of here, we don't want you here," and and I'm like, and I said then and I say now, it didn't really change what I did. It just gave me more perspective to look at. So when I'm walking around Moscow, everywhere, the police department, there was a time there that I was trying to, I was going to go down to single digits. So I was trying to find out some housing that could get me out of my car. And, and one of the suggestions was, oh, the police probably have sources and resources and money for housing. And I'm like, well, fuck, I don't want to get the money from them and then ream them a new out, so I was like, I guess I better not do that. But anyway, as I'm walking about Moscow, everything just seemed, and I don't like the word surreal because I don't even know what it means, but I think I'm using it right. It was just weird. I went to and I'm going to blank out half the names because that is just a chapter of my life that no longer exists for some reason. June is an infinity from now. June is 4.5 months from now. That's an infinity from now. I can't plan a week from now, which is close to infinity. But 4 months, I can't even. So that's not even. So anyway, I went to what's the Mad Greek? I went there. It just didn't seem real. Then I streamed it outside the Mad Greek. Didn't seem real. I went to the grub truck. There was a fight there. There was someone that was, I guess there was a camera person that showed up every night, and this one guy was antagonizing him, saying, "Get the F out of here." Blah, 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 blah. And then they kind of got into an altercation, and the cops showed up and separated them. And, you know, and I'm media. I don't know what hat I wear. I guess I'm media, but you know, they're anyway, the camera person was just standing there, no biggie. And the cops were interrogating the person, telling them to get the F out of there. And I'm like, you're questioning the wrong person. This is his town. He wants peace. He wants, you know, you're questioning the wrong person. And, you know, everybody has the right to, you know, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the camera dude has his right. But anyway, whatever. It was the weirdest thing. So B server, I love you. Super disabled. Yeah, she is. Yes, I was just going to say, when I go to professional sporting events, it's fun, but it's not the same as TV. It's completely different vibe. Now, different vibe is different than, and I don't think I'll ever be able to clearly explain what's in my head. But me reading your comment, a vibe is very different than what I'm talking about. A different vibe is like, okay, there's TV vibe and there's live vibe, but you can probably at least put the two events somewhat in the same ballpark. See how I work sports into it? You put them in the same ballpark. For me, they are not the same. It's not the same thing. I'm sitting here going, I love that crew chief, and I love him when I'm talking to him, but that's not him. I'm not. And there's some crew chiefs I talk to every race I go, and I go to, you know, 15 to 20 races a year, and they're sick of me, and I always go, oh yeah, you know, your favorite, you know, and they're like, yeah, it's okay, Joe. And you know, they don't necessarily call me Joe. They know my name, of course. I've gotten in enough trouble with NASCAR. But so anyway, it's just kind of strange. So yeah, I'm missing all sorts of pieces. Oh, B server. So yeah, recorded premieres. The chat is live, but the video is pre-recorded. I might like that, you know, just so I can because I get distracted. But again, I would still need I can distract myself. You know, if the topic, I don't know what you wrote, Sifa, but you know, a few comments up there, you said something like you could talk about your realization of your disabilities or your explanation of, you know, I mean, I could distract myself. I would be the look squirrel myself. And so I'd be all over the place. So Liza, I don't like crowds, but if I go to games, I don't feel disconnected. Just saying. LS is. I don't know if that's an LS or just, I should know what that means. Sorry, Liza. I don't like crowds, but if I go to games, I don't feel disconnected. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. I feel disconnected from everything but true crime. That's kind of cool that you've got that connection. That's kind of cool, which I know is a problem, but my childhood and trauma makes it almost impossible to relate to healthy people and things. That's probably, and again, I've got the hangnail and paper cut. Others may have, you know, real serious stuff, but I can't tolerate it anymore. And I don't, it's, you know, the life is not about comparing. You know, we don't need to compare. And I know the disconnect is an icky feeling. And then Liza, I don't feel the disconnect. I disconnect on purpose. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm describing myself right or not. And again, if we all want to get back to the one phrase of JoeHart is a victim is JoeHart. Those are interchangeable. JoeHart is a person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. A person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities, is JoeHart. Those are interchangeable. They are not, there is no separation there. There's no part of me that's not disabled. There's no part of me that's not a victim. That's a hard step one to come from. That's where so I disconnect on purpose. But and I probably agree with you, Eliza, but I'm saying you don't I wouldn't guess of you as a victim. I am telling you, I am a victim. There is no doubt I am a victim. I don't I am not a trooper, not a rock star. I am a victim. So I think that's what I do too, Liza. I wish mine was a choice. Yeah, Sif, I think I'm closer to you, but I mean, I connect with Liza in that she says I disconnect on purpose. I think I do a lot of it. Yeah, I can imagine it was so weird. Oh, being in Idaho? I mean, it was the weirdest thing. But people can relate to that squirrel distraction and they will watch. Yeah. Look, squirrel. I mean, people can just say squirrel. And most of the population in the world knows what they're talking about. 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, we didn't really talk about ADA and ADD and ADHD. And we didn't really talk about that squirrel too often at all. We didn't talk about, but now we can say that and everybody knows what it means. So icky feeling. Yeah, that's so Liza, icky feeling? Yeah, it feels unnatural and wrong and isolating. Those are Sifa, you gotta there's a lot of connecting here for sure. Right. B server, I wish I had 1/10 of your courage. Or I don't know if courage is the word, but what you have, I don't. But I don't I wish I had, that self holding myself like I'm an addict alcoholic. And I wouldn't say that was the majority of my problems. I was, I think I qualified as a disabled person when I was 5 years old. So, anyway, okay. So B server, I have to remind myself I'm a victim since my disabilities were a result of my ignorant, stupid actions. And, I think there's probably, in my mind, and I don't want to project onto other people at all, but in my mind, there's probably a happy median, or I don't want to use the word happy, but there's probably a median between your philosophy and my philosophy. I mean, if I'm a victim, I mean, no one made me drink. No one made me do other drugs. No one made me be promiscuous and precocious and, non-monogamous. And, no one made me do all that stuff. But I don't know who did. I mean, wow, B server, you are strong and what did I say? Confidence? What was the first word I said? I think that's the word I was thinking the most. I think I said confidence. Did I say confidence? Anyway, her mindset. B server's mindset. Anyway, I don't know why I got online here. I'm not good at saying goodbye. I'm not good at so B server, exactly. Even though I essentially did it to myself, I still went through it all and continue to live the life as strange. And that's, I mean, I don't want to, I don't want to tell you what to think, B server, but, I've always, I think since I've met you, I've always been like, be nice to yourself. It's people make mistakes, and you're like, I know, but it was an extreme mistake, and I'm not trying to paraphrase. That's not. I only get words from you, so I don't know if you're pounding your, Anyway, that was a poor example, but sorry about that. But I guess when I say I'm a victim, I mean I'm only a victim. There is no. Okay. I, I've been sober since I got involved with AA, and I've worked all the 12 steps while I was in AA. I'm not currently active. I think all 12 steps, I think the 12 steps could help any human being in the entire world, no matter what their challenges are, even if they have zero challenges. The 12 steps could help anybody and everybody. I think that. You don't have to be an alcoholic. You don't have to be an Al-Anoner. You don't have to be an ACOA. You don't have to be any of that shit. They can help anybody and everybody. They're phenomenal. So I have done them, so we made direct amends, except when to do so would injure them or others. So when I'm talking to my ex-wife or ex-girlfriend or whatever, I don't need to necessarily tell her everything I've done, because that would hurt her. A lot of the stuff they already know. So I'm not hurting her anymore, or, whatever. That's not a good example. I listened to at the time, I'm no longer active in the stuff at all. By the grace of God or whatever, I am still sober. By the grace of God, I'm still sober, but I'm not active in the 12 steps. They are phenomenal. I would highly recommend every human in the world to read. I call it the 12 by 12, but it's called the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Cool book. I don't know, 100. Justice Jane. Hi, I'm way off the rails right now. As if I'm usually on the rails, but hey, Justice Jane, I'm talking about other stuff, my neuroses and Liza, you don't have to confess to me. I can be wrong. I only know words from you. Although now I know more than just words from you. So, and then Sitha. Oh, now I know we have even more in common with all the words you just gave. I have 7 kids. Wow. Holy moly, Sitha. I pray for you and all of them for sure. Oh, thanks, Joe. Yeah, B server, you're a rock star for sure. Justice Jane. Hey, Joe in chat. Hey, Justice Jane. Hello, Justice Jane. So, Liza, let's see here. JoeHart, me, not a victim. I'm a great actress. I just will not talk about it. I chose to close that door. Protection to me. Yeah. I don't know any of y'all really. I don't know y'all too well. We get to know snippets of each other. And you probably know a little bit more about me, although I have trouble knowing what's going on in here. So it's hard to explain it to people. But but yeah, we all have challenges, but I don't get past the victim. I don't get past the victim. And B server, yes, thank God. What did I say? Let me go back here. I essentially did it to myself. I still won. And I'm sure people come on here to forget about themselves. So I'm sorry that when I'm talking about you, all you are relating by talking about yourself, which I don't mind. Except it is the open internet. Be wary of what you share and stuff. I think it's the open internet. People talk about this as an intimate. By the way, I just don't voice my opinion about people nearly. Sometimes I have no filter and I talk about it, but I think there are some people in this YouTube live world that I'm disgusted by their behavior. I'm disgusted. They act like their shit doesn't stink. and they act like they're perfect and they do no wrong. And then they take no responsibility for what they put out there. Now, I'm disgusted by them. And am I hurt? Of course. But anyway, enough about them. And Liza to Justice Jane, hello. So they are adorable, but also little and big. Is that shit? That's not a shit, is it? Big. I don't know what that. I don't want to misguess what that emoji is. No, people also come to relate. Yeah. So, B server, right? LOL. I'm not sure who I am. Still. Right, LOL. I'm not sure who I am. Still, I don't know if I will ever truly know. Yeah, that might. I might be. There are so many things in life that I just think I can keep going after, and it might be an unanswerable thing. Yeah, I may not know. All kids are a little bit of that. What is the emoji? No, don't tell me what the emoji is. Shits. My daughter was never a shit. She was perfect. She was hardwired like me, and I felt bad for that. I'm too bad that she was hardwired like me. But she's an adult now. But she had some challenges early on. So, oh yes, I don't like those type of people at all. Who, the other streamer? It was what you said the emoji is. I thought that word almost came out. I didn't totally say shits, did I? So yeah, now, okay. So my description, and I don't want to, I mean, this isn't a guessing game. You don't have to try to guess who I'm talking about. Oh, who's Joe talking about? But we all know the person. OTC, Santa Joe, how was your 3-4 day drive back? It was very challenging. I'm glad I'm back. This is probably my I don't know what this stream is about, but I think it's my transitioning stage from crime sleuthing to NASCAR or invisible disabilities or whatever. I think I'm going back to my old life. Idaho was tough. Idaho's all, it was very, very tough. Thanks for asking, OTC. So, Sif, I struggle to relate to people my age because most don't have kids the age of mine. And here's a secret. I've been a grandpa for a few years because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Sif, you are not old enough to be a grandfather. I'm not old enough to be a grandfather. And boy, am I old enough to be a grandfather. OTC, Santa Joe. How's your 3? Sifa. Oh, wait. How was your 3 to 4 day drop back? It was horrendous. It was horrible. It was the most unsafe driving I've ever done in my life. It was horrible. Hey, OTC. Liza. Agree on that. Those types are getting on my nerves. I'm just trying to avoid them. Well, okay, Liza. Miss Liza Lou. You and I talk about a lot of stuff. And we talk a lot about a lot of people. And we both don't talk about one particular person. Why is that? Why won't you talk about this one person? I don't get why. I don't get it. Like, I'm not nice, but I tell people I'm not nice. I don't hide that. And people are like, oh, Joe, you're great. You're a superstar. And I get that I could be perceived that way, but I'm not. I'm not nice. But this person thinks they're incredibly fantastic and that they have thousands of friends and they can do no wrong. How come we can't talk about that person? I don't get why people don't. Yeah, people who come in like and don't care who they destroy. No, this person's been around for a while. Yeah, people who come in like a wrecking ball and don't care who they destroy for a few likes. Now, I Okay, so when I was in AA, I'm not currently active in AA. I think about the philosophies of AA every single day of my life. Every single day. I got sober 34 years ago. Every single day, whatever that is, 10,000 days, 11,000 days, it's a ton of days. AA is the coolest thing in the world. You don't have to be an alcoholic. It's the coolest thing in the world. The 12 steps are a gift from, I won't say where from, but it's a gift for sure. Everybody, read an assignment. Read the 12 by 12. 12 steps and 12 traditions. If you like that, read the big book, but that's way bigger. That's 561 pages, or it's a way bigger. And there's a lot about alcoholism. There's a lot about God thing, but the 12 by 12 is just how to improve your life. So it's super cool. So anyway, okay. So when I was in AA, there would be and I have this butchered. I learned it, 30 something years ago, so I may have butchered it. But it's something along the lines of, if someone tells you you have a tail, you tell them to F off. And if the second person tells you you have a tail, you tell them to effing F off. And then if 3 people tell you you have a tail, you better turn around and look, because you probably have a tail, because 3 people told you that. So that's the way I look at YouTube Live. I mean, I got involved with, involved with T-Rev 757, and that was, meteoric up, and, our honeymoon was over. And then I peripherally got involved with Brittany, and I did it wrong. I wrote her an email instead of inviting myself up. I did it wrong, but I never could reverse it once I did it the wrong way. And so I was peripherally on there, and it just never went anywhere. And then Lost Souls, I was meteoric. And so anyway, that's the 3 people telling me I have a tail. So anyway, what you're saying, B server, yes, people who come in like a wrecking ball don't care who they destroy for a few likes. Now, I have always made it clear, I try, that I want to be filthy effing rich. And you can laugh and you don't have to laugh, or you can laugh or you don't have to laugh. But I want a ton of money. I'm not trying to steal it from the IRS. I'll pay the goddamn taxes if I make enough money, because you have to. Like for TikTok, you fill out a 1099 before you get your first penny. That is phenomenal. When I was a child, holy shit, people were making money all over the place with no taxes anywhere near it. So anyway, so I don't know if I do it for a few likes. I mean, I guess likes do get the money and blah, 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 blah. But I'm just talking about the tail. 3 people have told me I have a tail. So what am I doing that's not okay? What is the not okay way to come into YouTube Live? I didn't know that, like one of the wise people that I have around me a lot says, there's enough people. Just for example, if you took a really popular streamer and there was a huge implosion and all 2,000 people went to 2,000 different streams, this very wise person that I listen to pretty often, they would say, there's enough people on YouTube for everyone. So all 2,000 people could start their own different channels to watch and blah, 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 blah. And it all build back up to something. Now mine are, I'm peanuts. I'm not getting anywhere. I don't do anything on this stuff. I don't, by the way, in 11 minutes ago, the NASCAR shows started happening. So race day is at 4 and qualifying races start at 5. So that's in 49 minutes. I may not get offline, but I'm going to definitely turn on my TV and watch it. So anyway, that's, Liza, tell me why we don't talk about that one person. OTC, hi, everybody. Glad you're back doing live shows. Thank you. And B server, hi, OTC, and Liza. Sifa, Grandpa, you are killing me. Well, I was way too young when I had my oldest. We know your body works. That's good. The plumbing works. Everything works. Holy shit. And Liza says, OTC, hello. And Sifa, who? I gotta know. Sifa. So, Liza, I will never give some people the satisfaction. I refuse. About talking about them? Is that what you're referring to, Liza? I don't know. It's been a while. What's that? 407. So that's 5 minutes ago. So I'm a little late on that. I will never give some people the satisfaction. I refuse. Probably to be talking about them. But I'm not talking about like you confiding in me. We'll talk about everybody, but you and I won't talk about one person. Why not? Why not? I'm ready to talk about the person. B server. L? I have an idea or two. Lucifer. I wouldn't call this person Lucifer, but they take no responsibility. This might give it away. They take no responsibility for calling out Jack 1, Jack 2, Jack 3, Jake 1, Jerome, all of them. They take zero. Hot mess, what's up? They take zero responsibility for what they've done. Zero. That should give it away. B server, Sifa. Who's this horse? Who's this horsey? I think you know. B server, I think you know. I think everybody knows. The only ones who poop doesn't stink. Their poop does not stink. Sifa, the horse ass. The horse's ass. Is that an ass? I can't read it. They're too small. Is that a horse? I don't even know. Hey, Joe. Hi, Sifa. Hi, Hot Mess. I'm even more off the rail. This is basically, I don't know what this stream is about, but I think it's to say that I'm transitioning from crime sleuthing. I'm not made for it. It's too much of a cutthroat lifestyle. And T-Rev is in YouTube jail. I don't know why. Oh, I could probably guess why. Sifa, hey, Hot Mess. And Hot Mess, hi, Sifa. T-Rev is in YouTube jail. I don't know why. You knew the other stuff. Okay, we skirted around the issue of talking about this person. But we didn't talk about our opinion about the person. That's for sure. I want, and I don't know if I make this clear. I know I don't make it clear, but I want the best for T-Rev. He was the first person, Dave, who loves, what's Dave's name? Dave who loves games, or I forget sorry, Dave, I forget your name. But other than that, T-Rev was the first person to embrace me, and he embraced me really well. He was going to make me an administrator. I said, T-Rev, you met me 4 days ago. You don't know me. If you knew me for a year, you still don't know me. Don't give me your... So anyway, he is what allowed me to do what I do. So I am forever, and I hope the best for him. Always the best for him. It was just intense. His streams are really intense. I don't know how he addresses every comment because he has 1,000 viewers or 2,000 viewers, but he does it. And it's just intense. There's just way too much stuff. And he kept asking for my opinion. And I'm like, T-Rev, you don't want my opinion. It's opposite of what you just said. You don't, that's tough on me to be your guest and almost an administrator. And I have difference of opinion, which difference of opinion is okay, but not with that intensity. It was just too intense. There's too many name calling and there was just too much going on. And he always wanted to know my opinion. I'm like, don't ask me. It's different than you. So, okay. B server. Hello, Hot Mess Summer. And Hot Mess has B. Hey, B. Hello, Liza. I sub are going up. One sub are going up. Whose sub? My subs? No, I don't know. The not okay is that they are horse who don't know shit when it comes to you. So they can. I can't get one of those. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I come on, Sifa, use words. I can't. The not okay is that they are clueless. Horse. They are a horse's ass. There's no ass there. The not okay is that they are horse who don't know shit when it comes to you. So they can, blah, 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 blah. I can only think of the F word. So, and then hot mess, Liza and Sifa. Sorry, y'all, I'm spicy today. Yeah, I'm sure I'm not adding too well to that. B server, I like spicy. Sifa, yeah, it works too well. Liza, LOL, I could hear you from here. Yes, I will not talk about him. Okay. But why not? Where's my gosh darn thing here? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna hush, okay? So there's one text. There's another kind of like text. And then okay. There. I'm done talking. There's my 3 messages. There's my 3 messages. Message it to me. Ha 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 ha. I like the LOL, the capital. I mean, I could really hear that, right? Is that why it's capitalized? I mean, come on. When people say LOL, they're not really laughing out loud, are they? So that's why I use ha ha ha. Is it who I think it is? I don't know. Is it Sifa? No more talking. A-ho is what it means. What, the horse? Is that a donkey? Sifa, Liza, is it the topic we had? OTC. All these live streamers' numbers are down since the Idaho case is out of the news till June. Yeah, I bet. That's weird. Sifa, facts. Nope, another person. Well, y'all know now. 417. That was 4 minutes ago. Your subs. Thank you. Are they up by 1 or 2 or 3,000? Sifa, message it to me, or I'll look. I can't because it would get mad at my language. You got it, B? Woohoo! Oh no, Sifa, don't die. Yeah, don't die. Is that what that is? That's a die? Sifa, stop. No, you can use emojis, but I just won't be able to read them. I don't know. Oh no, don't die. Bingo. See, you can read it. What? 100% facts. Like, okay. I as y'all know, I have a ton of issues with emojis. I have a ton of issues with emojis. Sweet Melissa. Hi, Joe. How was your trip home? Hi, sweet Melissa. Did I I did thank you for your partnering my trip, right? I think I did get a YouTube comment out to you. I do believe. I hope I did. Oh, I'm not going to look at replies. I'm not. I just wanted to get the information. But yeah, maybe I will. How was your trip home? It was horrible. It was the worst thing in the world. It was the most unsafe I have ever driven in my life, and I have driven a ton. I have driven a ton. I've never been a cross country 18 wheeler, but I'm sure I've equaled their trips many years in my life. I've hitchhiked coast to coast 3 or 4 times. I've driven coast to coast several times. I've done a ton of trips, and this is the most unsafe I have ever been in my life. There was one time, I shouldn't even tell you that stuff, but B server. Oh, I got it. You did get it? I thought so. Sifa, relatable, Joe. No worries. I replied. Cool. Sweet Melissa. Isn't that a donkey? Show me a horse. It looks like a horse. Sweet Melissa. Who's that? The Allman Brothers? It's one of those. So, Sweet Melissa, it's good to see you. I love your rose. Is that a rose? It's something pink. Looks like a rose. Sweet Melissa. That's a horsey. And the head is a donkey? Oh, man. Sweet Melissa, I haven't heard from you since your first comment, but I do hope I did thank you. I really appreciated your support. That was very sweet of you. Horse, top, Sweet Melissa. Oh, I know it's a song, but who sings it? It's the Allman Brothers, right? Or Marshall Tucker group, one of those Southern bands. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, so we had heavy metal and whatever I just called them, country. No, whatever it's called. I think it's the first. I think it's Allman Brothers, but it's a very sweet song. I like the name. I like the song. I like the rose, all that stuff. So it's good. Anyway, I'm not really sure what this stream is about, everybody, and Sweet Melissa, but I think it is my transitioning from crime sleuthing. I think that's what it is. The tune you're doing reminds me of Country Road Took Me to the Place I Belong, West Virginia. Is that who you mean, John Denver? You know, I can't stand country music, and I can't stand. Yeah, we play both country and Western. You know, I can't. I like all forms of rock and roll, but growing up in Louisville, Kentucky, I did, like the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band and all that. Oh, okay. So John Denver. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm sure you could type in Sweet Melissa. That you could type in Sweet Melissa and it'll come up with the song's name, which might be that, and the band that sings it, and probably the video to watch it. It's a great song. It is country and Western or Southern rock. That's what we call it. Southern rock. That's what I called it. So, who is the 3 guitar army? The Allman Brothers. Aw. You mean Cher's husband? I love Cher. Sonny and Cher was the first concert I ever went to. I know he was way more famous before he married Cher. Allman Brothers Band. Sweet Melissa. Sorry, Sweet Melissa. I'll stop singing your song. So, yes. Yeah, I'm into heavy metal. B server, I like everything, all from Sinatra to rap. I like it all. I like all of rock and roll, but my definition of rock and roll is a kind of expansive. It does not include classical and jazz and blues, and not even rhythm and blues. Even if like Rolling Stones, I can, like for the Rolling Stones, I think they have about 15 or 20 fantastic songs. And then the rest of it I can take or leave. But phenomenal songs, the 5 or 10. Sweet Melissa. I wonder if I can carry the whole tune. He'll always run the Sweet Melissa. Mm-hmm. Right? Crossroads seem to come and go. Yeah, the gypsy flies from coast to coast. I really did know the tune until I started reading it. I think I froze up. Joe, you're the only one that knows it's a song. We are too old. Oh, Sweet Melissa. Everybody. Well, I guess we're teaching the Allman Brothers. You do mean Mr. Cher, don't you? Mr. Cher Allman. Isn't that the way it works? If a woman gets married to a man, then she can be called Mrs. JoeHart. So he can be called Mr. Cher Allman. I want to call him Mr. Cher Allman. Is that okay? I think that's okay. So if I work up to it, I'll sing it. Joe, you're the only one that knows it's a song. We are too old. Sweet Melissa. So now, like I know I'm the only one that shares my real name, and no one shares any of their names for sure. But I assumed Melissa was your name, and Sweet Melissa was just a take off. Anyway, it's the open internet. Don't divulge too much information. My all-time favorite is probably Aerosmith, though. Wow, you're dating yourself. I share my name. I share my name. Your real name. Yeah. It's just Crossroads. Is that the name of the song? Crossroads. Crossroads seems to go. Sweet Melissa. I can't believe that's the only part of the song I know. Crossroads seem to come and go. Yeah, the gypsy flies from coast to coast. Having fun, but back home, they'll always run the Sweet Melissa. So Aerosmith. Now I do like I live in Vermont, so Aerosmith's from Boston, so but I do like oddly enough, I do like Run DMC's version of Aerosmith's song. What is that song? You know what it is. I listen to Duke Ellington and Dinah Washington. I think I got y'all beat. Mine's got to be rock and roll. Rock and roll. No, old is too old for music. Oh, that's what popped up. I think she's saying you're right. Crossroads. Sweet Melissa. Yeah, I think she's saying Crossroads. I think you had it right. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. Uh-oh, I'm getting responses. Maybe. So, okay, So I'm communicating with someone on a new app for me, and I've been communicating with one person only through this app, and it's a pretty cool app. But I just now have received a second and third person with a message that looks like they're writing it to me, and I have no idea why they would know me. So does anybody happen to know why those two people would be writing to me? I don't know. Liza, you are fine. Liza, you are I'm so in love with you, Liza. You are so great. I'm so off topic, and she just tries to bring it right back to topic. Sid, well, that would give it away if I mentioned the app. But I'll tell you one thing, everybody's on Twitter, so it's not Twitter. Liza, who is the best driver for this season? Well, funny you should say that. I have ranked, there's the first race is going to have 36 drivers in it. And that's kind of the minimum for drivers for a race. It's usually going to be 36. And anyway, so last year they had 63 total drivers, but that included 63 total, but that included 22 with 0 points. So there's 41 with points. So 36 in the first race, 41 had points last year. So I'm going to rank all 36 from first to 36, which is ridiculous. You know, picking who's going to win a NASCAR race is like, doing weather forecasts. There's 1 or 2 or 3 NASCAR races, shows before a NASCAR race, and they all have 3 or 4 or 5 people on the show. So there's about 10 or 12 or 15 people guessing who's going to win the race. Well, what they never do ever, there's 36 points races. So there's 39 total races. There's a ton of races, but they never, ever once throughout the whole year, ever go back to say, hey, look, out of these 6 people, 3 of them got it right, because no one ever gets it right. There's 36 drivers. 1 winner, 35 losers. 1 winner, 35 losers. No one's going to get it right. So why would I rank 36? Anyway, I'm OCD like that. So anyway, who is the best driver for the season? I say there is no question. Now, there's, a 95% chance that I'm going to get this wrong. And, 5% chance I get it right. And then the other 10 drivers might be on top. But I think clearly, without a doubt, the best driver. Okay, who is the best driver for the season? I think that is clearly Kyle Larson. I think he got 7th last year, but that's because he screwed up in the second to last round, so he wasn't in the last round, which sucked because he's the best. So anyway, I've got him ranked. Kyle Larson. I've got Kyle first. Joey Logano second. He won last year. Ross third. That's hopeful. 4, Blaney. That's hopeful. 5, Seabell. That's hopeful, but I think he'll do it. 6, Brad K. Man, I want Brad Keselowski to do much better. 7, Kyle Busch. Used to be my first. He was my first driver when I first got into NASCAR. He was a bad boy. You weren't supposed to tell people you liked him because no one liked him. But 8, Chase Elliott. I don't like him at all. He's the everybody's favorite driver, and I don't like him at all. He's too nice. 9, Hamlin. I despise Hamlin. Hamlin hates me. He blocks me. 10, Reddick. 11, Suarez. 12, Harvick. Briscoe, Byron, AJ Dinger, Truex. Ooh, Truex is higher than 16th, but I won't change them. I didn't change these. Oh, wow, you said that before I said Kyle Busch. Yeah, Kyle Busch was my driver. Okay, let me go back up. So Sifa, I mostly listen to bachata, and reggaeton, and old school rap, hip hop, and Arab pop and Hindi. Holy moly. What app is it? It depends on that. It's not Twitter. And I'm not sure. Piccata, that's a surprise. Liza, you know what piccata is? Am I saying it right? Is it a hard C or a soft CH? Is it piccata or bachata? Or other choices? How is it a surprise? Yeah, I think they're all. I liked Kyle Busch. Yippee! Yeah, he's driving for a new team. Sifa, I was married to a Dominican. Cool. So, Liza, do you follow NASCAR at all? You know, Kyle Busch drove for Joe Gibbs Racing and Eminem. He was the Eminem man for 15 years. He did all those things for 15 years. And they couldn't renew his contract, or so they said. And so Richard Childress, who, if people remember, just a short Richard Childress is 80 something, like 82. And he was the car owner for Dale Earnhardt, which Dale Earnhardt is probably known for being one of the best drivers ever. But he was kind of, some people thought he was an aggressive driver or a dirty driver or whatever. And so Richard Childress welcomed that. He liked rednecks and punks, and he liked that stuff. So Kyle Busch is wow, I was a dancer back in the day. Oh, nice. Merengue. Wow, holy shit. I'll try to catch up on that. I'm on Kyle Busch right now. So Kyle Busch, no, this stuff is cooler. So Sifa says, I was married to a Dominican. I think that's how you pronounce it. Liza, yo pueblo, bailo, salsa, merengue, bachata. And merengue, says B Server. I was a dancer back in the day. Oh, nice, says Sifa. And that was when I had feet. Those help for sure. So I used to follow NASCAR and used to go to Daytona before my health issues when I was 4x4. When I was 4x4. I mean, this is not a truthism, but I am currently saying that I'm never going back to NASCAR again. I know that won't be true. I know I'll go, and I'll say I'll never sneak into a race again. And I know that's not true. I know I will go back in and sneak in, but it's a, I have a severe hate-love relationship with NASCAR in the last couple of years. It's been hate. But anyway, so getting back to Kyle Busch. So on the driving circuit, what's it called? On the, whatever it's called. On the racetrack, Kyle Busch was aggressive and assertive, and he would be real combative, and he'd pass people and he'd knock people out of the way, and he was great. And then when he got off the track, I wouldn't use the word wimp, but he wasn't, he never put actions behind his words. He just drove, so anyway, Richard Childress, who back then was probably 78, but real volatile and a real redneck, and he was tough as nails. And Kyle Busch knocked one of his drivers out of the way, and the driver was going to take care of himself. The driver was certainly going to go up to Kyle Busch himself. So Richard Childress wasn't stepping in for his driver at all. But a famous quote that Richard Childress, he had a nice watch on. I think he won it in a race, the Rolex, or, he had a really nice watch on. So when Kyle did this, he supposedly, his very famous words was, he took the watch off and he handed it to someone and he said, here, hold my watch. And then he supposedly pummeled Kyle once or twice. Again, this is a 78-year-old man against a 30 or 28-year-old boy. And Kyle never fought back. I mean, we don't really know if it happened. He did definitely say, hold my watch. So anyway, fast forward to 2022, last year, it comes out that Richard Childress is going to hire Kyle Busch. And so during the announcement, when it first got there, everybody's first question is, how can you hire him when you told someone to hold your watch because you're going to pummel him? So when they get up on stage, they immediately, Richard Childress has a box in his hand, and immediately he leans into Kyle and he hands him the box and he says, here, hold my watch. And they kind of ruined what the gift was, but Kyle opened it. It was a watch. So he was given, he kind of dissipated all the rumors before anybody could start get riled up. So anyway, he's got a new team. Richard Childress hasn't been good for many years. They started getting pretty good last year. Tyler Reddick drove the 8. He won 3 races. Austin Dillon, his grandson, I think won 1 race, didn't win many. And Austin Dillon told his grandpa, hey, why don't you hire Kyle? So they hired Kyle. So anyway, it's almost as good cars and a much better driver, and we're hoping he'll be renewed. Hopefully anyway, I'm way behind on this. So anyway, Liza, if I ever did go back to Daytona, I'd love to go with you to get you out of your house and go. You got to go. I'm not going to go anymore. So don't worry. Sifa, I cannot dance. Liza to Sifa, I cannot dance for my life. I cannot dance either. Sifa, I can teach you. Sifa, I used to teach it. Damn. Liza, B server, you are incredible. And B server, aw, Liza. He was younger. Kyle Busch. Younger than Richard Childress. Yeah, Richard Childress was 78. Pummeled him. He did not do well. And I mean, most men Kyle Busch's age would have said, I'm not going to hit a 78-year-old man, but he didn't even say that. He just conceded to the fight. He just So B Survivor, point was my specialty, you know, toe ballet. I was a ballerina, baby. LOL. Wow, that is so cool. Sifa, all art of balance. And Liza to Sifa, two have 2 left feet. It's impossible. A giraffe can dance better than me. No, you can do it. Yep. Ballet is so fun. Don't you have to break your toes and re-break them? And I can't do pain. How do you do that? B Survivor, Liza. I like that story. Oh, about him? Yeah. That was and I thought it was so cool that he nipped it in the bud with this year. You know, he showed up. And you know, you usually want the person to open the gift. Or somehow he did it so it was still a surprise, but he basically handed to him and said, here, hold my watch. Or I think he also had a steering wheel later, and he handed him a steering wheel, and he said, here, hold my steering wheel. He owns the steering wheel, and he's letting Kyle drive for him. So it was super cool. So anyway, let's hope, I hope Kyle Busch gets refreshed and he's ready to dig in and he's ready to do some stuff after being stagnant for 2, 4, 6 years. And he's, you know, I think he's 37. And, you know, Denny Hamlin sucks, but Denny Hamlin's 40 something. Kevin Harvick won when he was 40 something. Jimmy Johnson won when he was 40 something. Jeff Gordon, I think, was late 30s. So anyway, it can happen. You know, you don't usually retire as early as they retire. You can keep driving after that. So Sifa, I was in Broadway plays, not performed on Broadway. So I also taught local dance lessons and was a singing teacher. Wow, I want to know how to sing. You know, I never, you know, anyway, I have my singing story, but you know, now that there's Bob Dylan and Bruce Springsteen and all the non-singers, it's like, wow, anybody can sing if they can sing. But something. Oh, Sifa, that's awesome. Did we run Sweet Melissa away? Oh, are we too small of a clique? Does everybody get overwhelmed with us? I hope not. Sifa, now I'm just a cosmetologist. I know, but only half true. I do that and work and do YouTube. Damn, for your beautiful face? Your beautiful face doesn't need any cosmetology on it. That's Russian ballerinas breaking their toes. They're the best in the world. Oh, that makes it all right. Now that they're the best in the world. Oh, thanks, B. Thanks for clearing that up. Okay, yeah, breaking your toes is no big deal. I like that. That cleared it by me. That made it okay with me. Too much dedication. Amen. And Liza to Sifa Broadway. That's cool. Why they retired so early? Who knows? Well, I mean, like Tom Brady did it with football. There are a ton of people that want to retire on the top. You don't want to retire 3 years after your top when you're on the downslide and you're doing much worse. You would rather retire on the top, but then you don't really know when your top is. And then some people, they do their best and then their best and then they do okay and then they do less okay and they're like, oh shit, we better get out. And they're like, no, I might do my good. So they stay in, and some just stay in too long, like sports cars. IMSA, the Rolex 24 just happened a couple days ago, and it's a whole month long. There's the Roar before the 24, and then there's the Rolex 24 and stuff. Those guys are 45, 50, 55, 60 years old. They can drive forever. Not all of them, but I'm sure 6 of them are over 50 years old. So, that's a fair amount. Those cars have 3 or 4 drivers per team. But anyway, so it's always, and people don't figure it out. They think, oh, I can make this money forever and I'll be rich forever. And that's not true. And so if your wife and your kids have gotten used to the money that you make, and that's the money they spend, and they keep traveling, and they, if they keep spending that, 3 or 4 years later, they're like, boy, I better get back into driving. I better start making money again. But no, I don't, that retiring is a tough thing. I think it is, because you don't want to retire on the bottom, and you don't want to retire on the way down on the bottom. And so you can't predict the future. Like Kevin Harvick, I don't know how old he is. I think he's 42 or 41 or 43 or something like that. And this will be his last year. This is, and these days they don't say they're going to stop driving. They say, I'm going to stop competing full time. So this is going to be his last year of full-time competition, which means 36 races. Now, that usually means 2 or 3 races, not 12. So it is basically retiring, but they just say from full time. So in 2020, Kevin Harvick, this is 3 years ago, or this is 2 years ago from 2 months ago. 2 years and 2 months ago, Kevin Harvick had the most wins of all the drivers. He had 9 wins, which is phenomenal these years. No one, we don't do 9 anymore. We rarely do 6 anymore. 6 wins per one driver. But he had 9 in 2020. And then in 2021, guess how many? 0. Guess how many in 2022? I think 1. Finally, he got 1, or maybe 2. He might have gotten a second one. But so that he went from 9, which is off the charts, unheard of, to 0, to 2 or 3, and now he's going to retire. And I think he's a pretty, when Kevin Harvick took over when Dale Earnhardt Sr. passed away. He didn't use the same number. They used a different number. When Dale Earnhardt died in the number 3, they started 29. Kevin's number was 29. But the next race, Kevin was the replacement for him, which is a lot of pressure because a lot of people think that Dale is the greatest driver ever, which he could be. It's hard. It's there's a lot of great Jimmy Johnson, Richard Petty, and then David Pearson. I think those are the big 4 that could be the greatest driver ever. So it could be one of those 4. So yeah, I don't know, Liza. What do you think? They might. No, I do hair mostly. I specialize in vegan vibrant dyes. Is it? I think you mean the dye is made of vegan stuff. What is dyes usually made of? Animal parts? Oh, gross. Oh, the LOL. Yeah, B server. I like that. The Russians. You gave me a good laugh there. LOL, the Russians. No, that's okay. Just snap their toes. Heck. So if I need to hire you for my life. Yeah, man, he seems to have a lot of stuff together for sure. So Sifa, what? I didn't wait. Wait. Hold on. I need to read it. Any responses? B, did you write me back? Yeah, but why not? Why did we not? I don't get that. So Sifa, I belong to a gypsy family, so we were raised to be performers, dancers, and singers and do fortune telling. Basically anything it took to entertain to get whatever we needed. Wow. Ha ha ha, I'm down for that, B server. What did she say? I need to hire you for my life. Do you have Twitter, B server? Woohoo! Let's push Twitter. No, I don't have Twitter. I couldn't handle that. I ignore it. Just do DMs. Whatever bothers you on Twitter, just ignore it. Just do all the other. Oh, I'm so far behind. Facebook B server? Sifa, because I feel bad about how impossible it's been to be online at the same time in my chat. Because I feel bad about how impossible it has been to be online at the same time in my chat. All right, Sifa, are you talking about time commute? It seems just naturally when I go online, it's always when Brittany is online. But I mean, Brittany's online a lot, usually some days more than once a day. And also she postpones it. So it's 10 p.m. and then 10:20 and then 10:40 and then 10:60 and then 10:80. What's 10:80? 11:20. Is that what you mean about it's hard to go at the same line? Shush. Okay, so B Survivor, did you guess it because I gave it away, or you guessed it because you could figure it out? So B Survivor, I do have a Facebook. I don't use it though, unless I need to call people. Same thing. I couldn't handle it. You seem to be doing pretty well. You said you couldn't be on. By the way, we can do. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here, but then Liza, we need to go back to the main portal for chat so B server can be there. No, it's plant-based. That's why it's called vegan. Yeah, yeah, right. But I'm usually when I hear vegan, I think it's an option to what it usually is. So that's what I was asking. Is that stuff usually animal based? Is it? Do you say vegan because it's usually not vegan? That I guess that's my. I don't know if that's clear or not. And Sifa, I have everything together but myself. I don't have myself together. Yeah. Be survivor. I know I show up way too late every time in the chat. Do ya? That's too bad. No, I just looked and went, oh, 454. Is that the question to you? No, but you said I knew or something. Is that a response to me? That's 4 minutes ago. Did I already mention that 4 minutes? But you said something like I got it. Wow, we talk about a lot. Sweet Melissa. I don't want to run Sweet Melissa away. I can't find your comment, B Survivor, but you said something along the lines of, oh, I knew, or I got it, or that's what I thought, or something like that. But now it's 4 minutes behind, so I don't know if you're, anyway. Sifa, we also been in a private room lately, so we will go back to the main portal so we don't miss you. Yay, okie dokie. Yeah. Definitely embrace B Survivor. She's a rock star. Oh, I'm too emotional for Twitter. Mr. Emotional here. Yeah, you can just ignore what you don't want. I'm in there now, B Survivor. In your how do I go to your thing? Is that what you're saying? You're in your thing right now? I could try. Be Survivor. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Yeah, send me a link or something. I'm going to go on my, I'm on my iPad. Can I get on your thing through my iPad? I'm not set up. I have to do the Wi-Fi and everything. So I created a chat off of YouTube where people can. I got a feeling. There's Sweet Melissa. I'm glad you're back. I had a feeling, but I was wrong. No, you're never wrong. I've got a feeling deep inside. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. It's usually chemically based, but mine doesn't have the chemicals. Oh, chemically. Oh, like fake. Is that what chemical? Anyway, that you don't have to explain it to me. Cool. Yours is vegan. See, Joe, we are all squirrel. I thought L at first. I don't know why. L. Oh, I think I know. No, I don't. Okay. Hi, sweet Melissa. I didn't mean to call you out. You're welcome to just listen in the background. I didn't know there was, the four of us are kind of tight, and so I am here. Sweet Melissa came back, darling. Come back, darling. Be survivor. Sweet Melissa, come back, darling. And Sifa, yay, Sweet Melissa's been lurking. Now I can't click on that, can I? Okay, let's see here. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll go into my stream. Can I go into my own stream? I can I? Oh my goodness. Okay, so if it says open with Chrome, Google, or Safari, or default browser app. I hate those things. Okay, I'm going to say Chrome, I guess, because I'm on my. It says Chrome is in the. What's it called? I thought it was called Chrome. It says my Chrome is in the clouds. I thought Chrome is the default. Yep, I'm in Syphis too. Yes, you can. Right, correct. You can on your. Okay, so I'm gonna Why is it all these effing things? Now it won't let me do anything. Yeah, I've clicked 2 of the 3 and it's just giving me more shit. It doesn't look like any open chat or anything. But now I know the scoop. You mean my scoop? Okay, so I know I always ask for context and people are like, Joe, not no one here says that, but it does seem like now there are a lot of things going on that I could misinterpret, but anyway. LOL. Liza. So that's the second one. And this doesn't seem to want to send me anywhere. Oh, don't mind me. I'm Oh, come on. They put mopeds where they ask for motorcycles? That's bullshit. Oh, there's so much. Posting denied. Your post contains unsafe characters. Oh, I've got, okay. Where are you, Bee Survivor? There you are. Oh, too much stress. Okay, I need to take a break from that. Oh my goodness. Sifa, it doesn't matter which one, any browser should work. First two didn't seem to work. But I'm here. I did it with whatever the third one was. I think Safari, whatever the third one was. Bee Survivor. It's not so stressful, Joe. I promise. It's actually a real easy chat. Well, thanks. Safari, do Safari then. And your phone works too. Yeah, I mean, my iPad is always, it always has challenges of not doing it. Sweet Melissa. So those are the crossroads seem to come and go. The gypsy flies from coast to coast, knowing many lows, loving, knowing many, loving none, knowing many, loving none, bearing sorrow, having fun. Back home, he'll always run to Sweet Melissa. I can't believe I don't know the melody except for that. The scoop on the live streamer. Did we talk about the live streamer again? Now it's just anticlimactic. Liza, Joe is like me, Sifa. Sifa, that means emojis. No, it was I have a ton of shortcuts. I probably have 500 plus shortcuts. I have a ton of shortcuts. And that's what they used to be called. I don't know what they're called now. Liza entered for the first time. Hey, Liza. But I don't like hitting return. I like hitting send or something. Can I change my keyboard? Well, not that. Oh my goodness. Okay. No, I'll show you what it was. Oh, it won't work on here. Oh. Meaningful. How do you spell that? Opinion. Sorry, I just sent you something, B. Sorry, we're on all these different things. Liza, I hate every new program until I try it twice, and you cannot get rid of me. That's so funny. You are so absolute, Liza. Twice. B Survivor. LOL. It's okay. I understand, Joe. Yeah, I don't know enough. I used to watch. I mean, it's weird how I've approached these things. Now everybody's everywhere else. So that's all right. Well, then you did amazing, Liza. You did, Liza. Way to go. You're just like me. You said that, not me. It's cool. You can send private on there and also share YouTube links. I can send a private message. Something's blinking. How can I find chat again? Click here to expand the answer. Meaningful. Oh, I'm not going to look here to type here. I might. Meaningful. So what do you say I can do? Private messages. Okay, B, I'm going to do a private message to you. Do I click on B? I also turned it into an app, but it only works for Android. Wow, man. Is that your app? So when you design an app, can you set it up so people can download it for free and you can set it up so they download it for $10? Or can you make an app cost? I also turned it into an app, but it only works on Android. Wow, that's that open. Click on visitor list, then her name. I don't see visitor list. I see leave, perfs, room, right, refresh. Yeah, be survivor. I know what it's free. Cool. And that's yours? When it says it shows the author. Isn't it author? What do they call apps? I think they're called authors. So it's in room. Room. Visitor list. So Sif, I don't want to bog down B's stuff. So okay, Sifa. So I'll send you. Hey, PM number 1. There it is. Hey, PM number 1. Did that go? Developer. So you're listed as the developer? Woohoo! Now, wait a minute. I have something that says, and I don't want to say what you said, but it says Sifa and then hey or something like that. Did that? I mean, it popped up on my screen. So is that, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Hey, I'm going to be watching it this time. I'm not going to look away. I want to see that pop up. Can you do that again? Wait a minute. Let me, so here is, hey, PM number 2, but I'm not going to blink. So I'm going to, in 3, 2, 1, send. Okay. Do that again. Pop it up on my screen. Holy moly. Sifa, that is so cool. That was instantaneous. I mean, that was 1, maybe 2 seconds. Golly, that is cool. Okay, so how do I go back out to back to chat? So this is independent of anything. So you all could have this open, like, let's just say, I go from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. and then and then you all stay on. And then, so I do 1 to 3, and then T-Rev does 4 to 6, and you stay on. And then when he gets off at 6, you stay on. And then Brittany gets, 6 to 10, or so you can be on before we start and after it. Right. It's 24/7. That is just amazing. So it's not really connected to any other stream. It's its own. Wow, that's too heady for me. That's pretty cool. Way to go, Sifa. That is so cool. Ooh. 518. I missed my qualifying races. I'm going to put them on, see what's going on. So the qualifying races are at 5. And then at 7, there's a race day. And then at 8, there's the clash. So I guess it's over at 7. So I guess I have to play something. Okay. Click on visitor list, then her name. Yes. It's free. It's in room developer. Man, put that hat on. I sent a reply back. Yes, it's see, I told you. What, that it was so cool and instant? That's really cool. But I mean, you told me, but I wanted to be staring at it. So thank you for doing it while I was staring at it. Right, it's 24/7. Okay, what? No, it's not connected to anything else. So Liza, this sounds a little heady to me too. Unexpected kindness is the most powerful, least costly, and most underrated agent of human change. Bob Carey. Thank you, Sifa. Yeah, yeah. I was mighty impressed. And Sifa says, thank you. But of course, we say thank you and you're welcome. And he says, you're welcome. Well, I mean, you did it. It also makes a good, safe way to remain anonymous, but still get in contact with each other without sharing anything personal. But you still know who it is. Oh, that's cool. I mean, you think of everything. You think of everything. Okay, so I'm going to go to YouTube TV, see what's going on. See what's going on.
Customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Contestants ready? Go! Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty.
He sees he's a test driver in there, and it's working just like you see it on paper. Not one, but both of his cars in the front row of the heat, the first race out of the book.
Ooh, Kyle Busch is in the front row. I don't know what qualifying race this is, but Kyle Busch and his partner, his teammate, Austin Dillon. I think there's 5 qualifying races. Heat number 2. I don't know. It's a complicated. I don't give a fuck about. How come the mute doesn't work? Do you think I give a fuck about that? Okay, Mom. Sifa, me and my mod gem Jay were YouTube stream hopping the other night. Wow. Copyright. Oh, NASCAR already has my. I've been live streaming at NASCAR for many years, 10, 12 years. And I've started live streams, and they were found and closed down usually within 10 or 12 or 15 seconds. So they know me. They know me pretty well. And I, F them. They make enough money. I don't give a shit about. Okay, there's just one more person I want to talk about. Who's on Discord? I don't get Discord, but I just got a Discord. No, I don't need to talk about anybody else. No, if there's music, yes. LOL. You can't stream them. I mean, I can't show it. I mean, I can't. There it is. There's my YouTube TV. I can't show that. I'm on Discord, but it's not me. I don't know what Discord is. Man, B server, like I just walked through, finding Syphis thing, and that was really cool. And those were real feelings for me. I didn't want to do it, and it was uncomfortable and stuff. But if you provide commentary, you can go Kyle Busch Larson. He's number 2. Kyle Larson is going to win this championship. Mark my word. 40 weeks from now, Kyle Larson is going to be number 1. He's so cool. He's the coolest guy in the world. And he did something. I don't know if y'all know much about NASCAR, but he did something that was not cool. And in my book is usually not, it's not repairable. It's not something that someone can come back from. For me personally, if they do that. Okay, so what's your opinion for people that that won't do their own live stream? What let's just say hypothetically that your name was JoeHart and you were a live streamer and you did a lot of live streams, but you didn't know very much. And you had these hypothetical people, let's just call them S, L, and B, and they add a ton to his stream. They add a bunch to their stream, and they're superstars, and they're the panelists, and they know a bunch, and they add a bunch to his stream. So it's not his stream, it's them helping him, So what about the people that there are some people that are the big chunk of the stream, but they won't live stream themselves? I'm like, go fly. You need to live stream. And I know it's not for everybody. Come on, Sifa, that's not true. NASCAR they have my number. They know they want to. So anyway, Trix is number 1. Kyle Busch, number 2. Kyle Larson, number 3. I got to see this Kyle Larson. Where is he? 6 laps to go. Come on, Kyle. And I mean Larson. There we go. So Truex is the orange. Oh, Cindric turned around. Get out of the way, Cindric. We got to keep going. I do believe that only green laps count. Except that just went down. It said yellow 6, and now it says red 5. It should not have gone down. Yellow it must be green flags. God damn it. They were just going. So I think it's 5 laps to go. Now B Survivor, do you mean you have no idea what Discord is, or you mean you're not on it? You know what Discord. I mean, I've been on Discord for over 2 years. That doesn't mean anything. I set up accounts. I set up a ton of accounts and then run. So but yeah, when I think Shay Benet was the first one to invite me, and she's like, "Here, come on over to Brittany's," and and I'm like, "Okay," and I was like, "I don't," she's like, "But you probably have to set up an account." So I, do a search, and I'm like, "You've been a member for 2 years," and I'm like, "What the F?" So anyway, it's kind of like what More balls? Be survivor. You scared? Please. You have more balls than many people. Is that the right voice inflection, Liza? Did I say it right? Balls? Balls. Be survivor. I wouldn't guess you have them, but she says you have them. So you women are just too funny. We can't say those words. Then we laugh when we say those words. So, okay. So, yeah, y'all don't have an opinion about if you provide. Uh-oh. Here it goes. It's going green. Going green. I think it's going green. Go, go, go. Come on. So Kyle Larson was second. Now he's... Shit, Cendric can't stay in the right direction, you dumb... He's a silver spoon driver. His daddy, Tim Cendric, is number 2 in command at Penske. Truex is kicking butt. Truex is one of those old men. He's 38 or... They're all old to me. If you provide commentary, you can. They don't want the responsibility. Who, of shutting me down? Is that what you mean? They want to be... Yeah, but... Come on. One stream in particular, one person is responsible for 85% of their content. But they won't stream themselves. They like being a pawn. They like being the number 2 in command. I don't get it. You don't even know what it is. Okay, cool. Now, I'm getting a lot of noises here. Yeah, I heard that, Liza. I mean, I guess I heard that from you. But now I have heard, I mean, I think I've made statements that I will never, ever get back with this person. And then 2 weeks later, you see me in their stream. So, like, Lady V, she has said a couple things and then she'd be back in the stream. So I don't know. There seems to be a bunch of drama. And then I think some people, they still want to continue playing the game of chess. And if that pawn helps them in their game of chess, they're going to befriend them again and bring them back into the circle. So, and be survivor. I'm too scared. I don't even know what it is. So anyway, yeah, I've been on Discord for 2+ years. I'm sure Sifa could describe it way better than me, but it's kind of like what Sifa has set up. It's kind of a, it's private. It's supposed to be the, the most active Discord I've seen is Brittany's, but, they bring the public stuff from Brittany to the private stuff of Discord. And then that's when you can, but now it's grown though. So it's not as private as it used to be, but I still don't understand it. Like Shay Benet for some reason loves me and continues to like me after all this BS that goes on. So, so I always like to make a comment, but I'm just like typing. I'm like, how the fuck how do I respond? And I think like most things, you can just write a comment or you can grab their comment and respond to their comment. And I don't, I'm like, fuck, I don't know what I'm doing. So yes, Liza, be survivor. You scared? Please, you have more balls than many people. And be survivor. Thanks, Liza. Nightbot. 97%. What percentage did I ask for? Oh, 97% of the content. Are you talking about the content? No, they don't provide 97% of the content. Am I reading that wrong? Hot mess. You keep coming and going. Hey, really, this was not supposed to be me ragging about other streamers. It was not. It was not. I was just confiding with one or two of my consultants, and they were there was this one person that no one would talk about. I'm like, how come no one talks about this one person? They're the most unholy of them all. And then it expanded from there. So so is that what you're saying? 97% of the no. She's 80% of the format. But she won't fly. She won't do her own stuff. I think she's done like 3 or I don't know. I would support her with anything she did. Sifa, it's a lot of work running your own streams. Oh boy, is that for sure. But the way of my intensity, like when I'm a viewer, I have lurked. I have lurked a couple times. I've lurked with T-Rev just because it's such a volatile room in there. And and Brittany, if I'm not committed to like 4 hours worth of time, I'll lurk there because it's once I say hello, I'm committed. So of course, last time I went, I said hi to everybody, and no one said hi back. So I think I'm branded for some reason. But anyway, so yeah, it could be they just don't want to do the work and stuff. It looks like a lot of work. Oh, Discord. I would say if I had to talk about Discord in a paragraph or less, I would say it is not user friendly at all. It seems okay. B Survivor. Like I said, I was only going to talk for 10 minutes. That's what I told y'all. B Survivor. I got to run for a little while. We have to go grocery shopping now that it's not negative 700 degrees. LOL. I will be back later though. It was so good being here again, and I will talk to you all very soon. Thanks, B Survivor. It was rock. It was great seeing you on Sifa's new thing and all that. So yeah, I'm not generally about gossip. And anyway, the Idaho trip was hard, and I think a lot of times when I do these things, and Sifa and us talked about it earlier, that I think things in me break. I think they break, and I think something broke out in Idaho, and I think I'm done. I know I say this a lot, but sometimes it's going to be true. But I'm going to choke here. Can you see over there? I'm going to go to that refrigerator over there. Okay? I'm going to get something to drink. Oh, except I don't have any. Yeah, maybe I won't do that. There you go. Okay. And I think we're talking about several people, Hot Mess. I mean, I was first talking about someone whose poop didn't stink. And, and then, somehow that information magically got to everybody. And then recently I'm talking about how there's people that are, second in command, and they don't do their own streams, and they get used as a pawn the whole time. And how do they like? I mean, why? Where's that light coming from? That light doesn't exist. Why is it on my face like that? Okay, so SIFA. I'm in 3 servers on Discord, and I just created a server for all the other YouTubers who are in the Kylie Rodney case. Wow. Work. So, okay. I see. Okay. It's work. It's hard work. That's why y'all don't do it. Well, if please let me know if I don't appreciate y'all, because I try to appreciate y'all as much as I can. Not like the other people I see so often that just can do whatever they want and have no regard for the person that is really running the show. SIFA, bye, B Survivor. Liza, B Survivor, have fun. See you soon. Welcome back. Oh, thank you. Yeah, where's that light coming from? That was weird. And work is all I do. Yeah. I get stuck on that a lot, considering I don't work. You know, I'm disabled. I don't work. What do we got? Heat number 3, lap 3 of 25. 25 laps sound like a lot. Ooh. There's only one person in NASCAR I really hate, and he's in second place right now. Oh, I told you. He blocks me. He blocked me. I keep, every year I write him and say, don't you think this block has been around long enough? Don't you think you can open it up? It's crazy how much more free time I have now. Okay, let's look what's going on here. So we've got Christopher Bell, Hamlin, Christopher Bell, Hamlin. Oh, Hamlin's in front. Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Briscoe, Ryan Blaney, Suarez, Kozlowski, Gilliland, and Yaley. Reddick, come on. I like Reddick and Bell and Blaney, Suarez, Kozlowski. I hate that MFer in front. He blocked me. I knew he was going to block me. Of course, I was a jerk to him. Okay, so. All right, guys. I think I'm going to head out. Oh, shit. I'm not looking at my iPad at all. Anything happening over here? Weird. I lost one family, but gained a new one. Well, there you go. And there's always transitioning. I mean, there's always stuff going on, for sure. Okay. All right. I think I've just I think there's a second round or heat. Like I'm watching heat number 3 right now, and I think anyway, I think there's other things that go on. I think 3 of each heat advances, and then they have a last chance LCQ, last chance qualifying of all the other people. So All right, guys. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, sure. What? I need to tell you. Cool. You can tell me over in iPad, or you can what? Sure, yeah. Liza, I don't know. He's going to tell us. Excuse me. Did you know Mark who goes on panels? I don't know by that name. Does he go by some other name? No one uses their real name but you and me, Sifa. Mark, who goes on panels. I know handles. I usually always know handles. Just Mark. I don't recall him, but out of sight, out of mind. I've been, I haven't been doing anything since I came back from Idaho. So that's more than 4 or 5 or 6 weeks of me doing anything. I hope he's all right. I hope everybody's okay. Mark, M-A-R-C. Mark 4680. I think I could be wrong. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, I don't recall that either. But my memory, it's been 4, 5, 6 weeks. He passed away on Sunday. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is horrible. Golly. Wow, Sifa, that's bad news. Well, thoughts and prayers with Mark's family and loved ones. I hope they're getting along okay. Joe will remember him by the avatar. That's how I remembered him. Yeah, sometimes I'm visual like avatars, but avatars change. Avatars change. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, I'm here. We found out on Friday. I usually get overwhelmed by avatars because they change so much. Like Sifa's, I've seen more than one, and Liza, I think I've seen more than one for you. So I don't get it. Like I think YouTube is one, and then StreamYard is a different one than YouTube, even though it's just YouTube, and things like that. So like B has that just an all white blank, and then she has the purple, the really bright purple one. So I might remember them by avatars, but I tend to turn off, like this won't make sense to you, but when people wear sunglasses, I turn off trying to get to know their face. If I can't see their face, I'm not gonna work on getting to know their eyes or their face. I just, and same thing with, when there's more than one avatar, it's like, why the F can't they just stick with one avatar? Where's mine? I don't even see mine. I guess I have 2 right there. Wait, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 right there. No, I've seen others for you. I'll just use this one for now. There's a really, really sexy one that exists somewhere for sure. But I mean, just look, I don't know. Can you all see? I don't know what you all see on your screen. Do you see my 6 streams that I have up top? Do you see the Facebook page and the Facebook profile? The other way around. Facebook profile and Facebook page, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. With those 6, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different pictures. I have 4 different pictures for 6 of them. Holy poop. That's a lot of them. 5RGO. Found it. I will change for a different one soon. Siffa's doing. Ooh, baby. Can't wait, Liza. Is it Prince Mark? I need to tell you. What? Did you know Mark who goes on panels? Just Mark? I think I could be wrong. Paste this. So if you wonder why it's desolate with content on YouTube, that's why. Because he passed away? No, you mean some other reason. Joe will remember about that. I can't find him. But I'm not on the... Found it. Liza, you haven't sent me pictures yet. I wanted the bikini pic. My son said, no way, mother. They don't get the vote. We get the vote. I say bikini all the way. Are you really married? Come on. What are you wearing? Let me see what you're wearing. Or do you mean I gave the idea? Liza, send me the bikini pic. No, it's the link I sent. Yes, because he passed away and a bunch of people have been in mourning. Oh, my. So I'm married too. Oh, my goodness. So many things. But I can't click on that, can I? I need it as a comment. It needs to be, I can't click on it on my page. What do we got here? I've got it closed here. Okay. Okay, yeah, so I did. I went off screen and oh my God. So yeah, I'm a case. So I went off screen. There's too much going on. I need to sign off here. But I did look at his avatar. It looks vaguely familiar. It kind of also looks like the 7'6" tall bouncer that has the really deep voice. Kind of looks like his avatar, but it's not. I know his is different, but I wouldn't know his until I saw it and then saw the two together and say, oh, they are different. But But yeah, I'm sorry to hear. Yeah, let's hope his family and loved ones and kids and whoever he has around them are able to that they have some support. Yeah, his heart stopped. Oh my goodness. That is so sad. Golly. Okay, anything else, Sifa? I think I gotta. Did his family ask for help? Did they? I made a tribute for him with a PayPal to help his family in the description. That's very nice of you. I know some people get a little, you know, to make sure that they needed the help. Some people are like, no, we don't need the help or whatever. But amen. Okay. No, but they are allowing us to help. That's good. That's good. That's good. It's good that you're helping. You're a kind soul, Sifa, for sure. Okay. Liza, you going to send me that bikini picture? I got to approve it. I got to make sure it. Joe's going full NASCAR. I think I'm broken all the way around. I think I'm broken. I think I'll watch a couple races, but I'm so pissed off at them that I'll go, yeah, well, and it depends. I mean, I'm once whatever hooks in. I think I'm going to be a little dangerous, but it might be to attack NASCAR. It might be to they taught me how to sneak into their races, and they taught me how to get by with, they taught me that. NASCAR Incorporated, the entity itself, taught me how to do that. So I almost feel like, I have nothing to lose. I have nothing left in my life. I can just blow it open for them. So, where are you? That'll be great. All right. So yeah, I gotta focus on this NASCAR thing, and I still wanted to do one more stream. This was just about the. I want to do the 36 rankings at the end of the year, which again I'll have 4 of them correct. Arbitrarily, 4 of the 36 will be correct. So I will get almost none of them right. But I want to get it out, before the beginning. I'm late. I wanted to get it out before yesterday, before anything happened on track. But, and this is, yesterday and today is still preseason. The full season starts next week. But, all right. I will check out the video. Thank you, Sifa. Thank you, Liza. Thanks. Yeah, yeah, thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. I don't know how I'm transitioning. I don't know. Thanks, Sif. I appreciate that. Oh, just for me. Ciao. See you later. Ciao. Wait, did she send you the bikini? No, not yet. No, she won't. You're the editor. You're the rock star. Wait, did she send you the bikini? Holding out on us. Come on, Liza. Just between just a couple, intimate friends. That's all. All right. Ciao. Thank you for coming for my 15-minute video. I talked for a lot longer than that. And but yeah, I don't know what I was going to stream about, why I streamed today, and I was going to do another one today. I don't know that either. But yeah, just okay. Y'all take care. I'm going to end the broadcast. I got to hit the button twice, but I'm going to hit the first broadcast in 3, 2, 1. Now there's another one. So end broadcast in 3, 2, and I'm going to go through the 6 streams I'm going through. So comments can still go for a few minutes while I go check out all of them. So end broadcast in 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.